You want to party every night? Well, guess what? We're in Las Vegas. There's always a party. What if you can live next to the party? Well, you can do that too, and do it in absolute opulence. What I'm talking about are some of the high rises on the Las Vegas Strip. Most of those big buildings you see on the Strip are high rises that people are actually living in. And what we're going to do today is we're going to go over a few little things. And number one is, a lot of times I say I make videos because somebody asked about a certain subject. Well, I had a subject that was asked about today, and I looked up the information before in the past, but I was like, well, let me go ahead and update that. And you know what? Instead of going through all this research, I'm going to make sure everyone else gets their hands on this. And what this is for Veterans Administration loans, a VA loan, and using a VA loan to purchase a high rise on the Strip. It can be done. Now, most high rises on the Strip are either cash or conventional purchases. When I say most, I mean like 90-something% of them. But you do have an opportunity if you're a VA buyer. And instead of doing all of this research I redid, because the person was like really anxious. He was like, when can I have that? It's like, it's literally been like 3 years. You don't know what changes in 3 years. So I had to go back and redo the research. So those hours of time are going to be returned to you in the form of this video, so we can talk about what you can buy with a VA loan on the Strip. Hey, my name is Eric, real estate agent here in Las Vegas. If you need to reach out, information's right there. I'm going to put all of this information below so you'll know which high rises that you can get on the Las Vegas Strip. First of all, the high rises on the Strip are actually condos. So a condo is really just the type of ownership there is. The main ownerships we have here in Nevada, single family, you have townhomes, condos, and there's some multiple family things, like duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, things like that. But for the most part, when you're looking for a home, it's going to be a single family, townhome, or condo. In this case, everything we're talking about is condos. So it creates a unique problem that we have. So single family homes, they're always available for VA loans. No, unless there's a lot of problems with it and such. Same thing for townhomes, as long as they are townhomes. Now, I've talked about this before. I just want to reiterate it. Some townhomes, as a matter of fact, I have one listed right now, are actually classified as condos. Condos have a unique thing where they have to be approved by either the FHA or the VA. And of all those condos / high rises on the Strip, only a handful of them, you can just about count them on your hand, are actually approved. So the age-old question, can I buy a condo on the Strip? We're going to find out right now. I've got my trusty computer here. I got my list that I worked on, and we're going to go through them. And I'm actually going to show you some of these high rises. And we'll talk about purchasing high rises here in Las Vegas. So it doesn't go just to people who are looking at VA. If you're looking at cash, conventional, possibly FHA, we're going to go over the processes right here and get down to the nitty gritty. So first off, we're going to cover first condo. So I've brought up the MLS on my computer here. During this process, you should see a few things and, kind of see what's out there. So like right now, if you look of the active condos, now these are mainly on the Strip. There are some other places, but I'm just going to limit it to the Strip today because you have high rises at Lake Las Vegas and you have One Queens Ridge, but we're going to get those out of there. So just overall, there's 335 high rises available right now. And we're going to start at the Ogden. And it actually is the Ogden. So let's go ahead and bring that up. So right now we have 9 available. And I'm willing to bet dollars to turnips that none of these are even accepting VA. Okay, 7 out of 9. So these folks actually know that they can do a VA in there. That's one of the problems. A lot of the agents don't know unless they're very experienced. So let's just take a look and let's just put something in here that somebody can afford. Hey, they're not too expensive today. So let's look at the lowest price one is $315. So the address is 150 Las Vegas Boulevard, let's go ahead and take a look at that on the map so you see where that is in relation to the Strip. So the Ogden is just off of Fremont Street, and I believe I've shown this building before, and it is across from the Fremont Street Experience. Yep, I've shown this one. Actually showed an apartment that just looked right down onto the Fremont Street Experience. If you haven't been there, you need to go to the Fremont Street Experience. It is wonderful. Biggest thing to consider is there's a lot of popular music playing. So if you're taking videos that you're going to upload, they will quickly be taken down. Trust me. Oh, let's see what we got available in there. So we got this one here. And cool thing about the high rise is you have all of these amenities. So pretty much, but you don't have to do anything. But the problem is that comes at a price. And that price is unfortunately very high HOA fees. You're not going to have a place down on the Strip without an HOA fee, and they can get very costly. As a matter of fact, the person I looked this up for is probably going to be very surprised and may not be able to actually afford a place, because even though there are places well within their price range, the HOA will kill you. So let's see here. This was actually not too bad. This is actually like a luxury, any luxury condo. They are only charging, at least for this unit, $367 per month. That's actually really good. The taxes on this place is $1,501 per month. Pets are allowed. Even though it's your own place, you got to check for that stuff. And let's take a look at some pictures of a representative place. We're going to be pulling these from Zillow or something for you guys. Okay. I'm just here looking. Now, one of the things you have to consider when you get a high rise is each floor is priced differently. And the higher you are, the more it can end up being, because you got better views, of course. And it also depends on the building, just different little things about the aesthetics. So that's the Ogden. So we're to the north of the Strip right now. Next, we're going to look at Jewel. Okay, so first of all, there's 11 available right now. The ones where they say they're taking VA are 0. So guys listing homes over there are missing out on something, because you can do VA at the Jewel, J-U-H-L, the Jewel. So let's just go ahead and see that even though these sellers aren't accepting VA for whatever reason, let's see what's available. So one thing I like to bring up for folks is a lot of times people don't know that they can take VA. I've just given you the list. If you see something in the Jewel, as long as it's not trashed out, it'll take VA. You know this now. Just pick up the phone or have your agent pick up the phone and go like, hey, will you take VA? Oh, no, we don't take VA. No, it's acceptable there. I'm ready to move in. Okay, you got that? So we're going to do this. It's located at 353 East Bonneville Avenue. And the reason I'm looking up, I'm thinking about there was a special operations squadron. I think it was the 353rd. Flew MC-130s when I was stationed out in Japan. They were next door to us. I got a long-ass story about how they screwed me over one time. Okay, so we have one here that is $215,000. Okay, so they have all the stuff. The barbecue area, business center, a pet park, screening room, I'm assuming for your movies, of course, security. That's one of the great things about living in the high rise is you do have security. I mean, like tight security. On this one, we are talking about $1,536 in taxes, $517 a month. Getting a little pricey there. Getting a little pricey. And this is it's an efficiency. It's 0 bedrooms. So let's go ahead and see what pictures tell us. So I do have a place to wash and dryer. So I'm trying to see where your bed goes. I mean, so I'm trying to figure out if it has 0 bedrooms, which means it's usually, an efficiency. Where's the... Oh, okay, I see it now from this end. I mean, it's 200-some thousand bucks to live in luxury. Great little side pad. If you stay down there, it's just that $517 a month is what kills you. I'm not sure how many. You also have to look to see how many like parking spaces you get, because that's a big deal too. But that's actually the only efficiency. And it's 587 square feet. Now there is one that is a 1-bedroom. It's only $259,900. Sometimes they charge different amounts for the HOA. So let's just look in here. HA on this one is $600. So they are doing it by size. So $600, but it's $259,900. On to the next one, Las Vegas. So right now they have 11 available as of this recording, and of those, they smartly accepted VA on 6. So that means 5 sellers have missed out. And if you see one of those 5, you need to go there and knock on somebody's door and go hey, you're missing out on possible closings here. So let's see here. We're going to lose, let's go by price. Everyone likes to go by price first. We're going to go by price. So the least expensive place in there is a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 863 square feet, $329,500. So let's take a look at her. Yeah, I remember showing this one. This one is south of the Strip. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map so I can show you. Unless I forgot. That was actually this one guy who's retired, south of the Strip. He's a retired Coast Guard, wanted to live on the Strip. So, they're only taking cash and conventional. HOA is $510 per month. You're allowed to rent it out. I hadn't brought that one up yet. It's a difficult one because with VA, you're supposed to occupy the house. A lot of people confuse rules for the FHA and the VA. FHA, you're required to live in the house for 1 year. VA is you're required to occupy the house. I'm going to leave it at that. We'll get deeper into that if you want to have some questions about it. Hit me up on the phone, okay? As usual, you got a whole bunch of amenities, barbecue, business centers, clubhouse. Oh, this one had this really cool gym. I remember it. Community pool, community spa, concierge service, exercise room, fire. It's days and days of stuff you can do in this place. Okay, I think we've had enough. Let us head to the next one, which is Soho Lofts. I have never been to Soho Lofts. Okay, Soho Lofts. We are looking at 6 available. And, I had to keep putting like this, those who are doing the right thing. VA is 0. Zippity doo duh. Why are you doing this to my fellow veterans? I mean, you're like giving in to the Russians or something. But let's see what they got there. Again, they probably don't know. Least expensive place, we'll start there, is $428,000. A 1-bedroom, 2-bath. And let's see, the address is 900 Las Vegas Boulevard. If I look at it on my map here, just to orientize myself. That's right, I said orientize. It's just north of Charleston Boulevard. So it's a bit north of the Strip area here. It's actually by the Arts District. So, it makes sense. Soho, Lofts, okay. And what they have, at least for this one, what they put down here, is they have a pool, spa, exercise room. Doesn't matter. Security, of course, they're all going to have security. Let's talk about that HOA. $611 a month. You can rent it out, and I forgot to finish that up from the last thought. When I was talking about how long you had to occupy, the minimum rent that rental you can do is 6 months. So I guess that's to stop people from doing Airbnb and such. That's about it for this one. Let's go and look at some others. And next is going to be Newport Lofts. I've never shown them before. Okay, 3 available. Let's see how many are accepting VA smartly. None of them. Man, I got to get out there and start educating folks. Man, you're screwing over your client, and you're screwing over a veteran, because some of them don't know. Because I had to do this research to find out what was allowed, and a lot of folks don't just go do the research, man. Least expensive one in there is $299, with the most expensive one being $948. Stop. There is no upper limit on a VA loan. If you can afford $948, you can get into this place with 0 down. And if you're disabled, 10% or more, you don't have to pay your funding fee. And who knows, maybe you can get somebody to pay your closing costs. You just walk into this one just like that. So let's look at the $299. Okay, the address is 200 Hoover Avenue. And let me orient myself, because I've never shown this one before. It's north of Charleston too. Kind of that little art district-y area. Right off of South Las Vegas and Charleston. Okay. Let's go take a look at this one some more. Community pool, spa, exercise room. They have a roof spa. $571. This is the one I'm warning you about. They do get a bit high. Okay. Next one, Turnberry Towers West. So I'm going to stop here for a second. There are multiple Turnberry Towers, and only one of the towers is actually cleared for VA. So be careful where you're looking at. Let me see if they break it down for me here in Turnberry. So I'm just going to have to assume it's this Turnberry Tower here. Oh my goodness, 23 out there. Let's see how many are there. Come on, do the right thing, do the right thing. Like 0. I believe it's the one on Karen. That is the one that is, so I think they're putting them all together here. So I got to figure out from this, I don't even know if I want to go figure it out. 23 and 0, and it's the one on Karen Avenue, and most of them are here on Karen Avenue. They're all on Karen Avenue. That's the one that is VA approved. Let's look at the price range here. So they range from $365,000 to $1.2 million. I want to be very specific, $1,190,000. So let's look at the one that's $365,000. It is a 1-bedroom, 2-bath, 814 square feet. Okay, so I'll start with the monthly HOA. It is $471. Oh, that's another thing. Water, trash, sewage are included in all of these suckers, so you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And some of them will include like cable/satellite. This one doesn't tell what amenities it has. It's on 222 Karen Avenue. So there's one on Karen, there's one on Paradise. Can't miss them, they're so luxurious. Okay, barbecue area. I guess everybody likes to barbecue. Business center, pool, spa, gated. Some of them are gated and some of them are not. This one is actually gated. So usually if it's gated, it's a guard gate. Concierge, fitness center, guard gate. They have a guest parking area, pet park, and tennis courts. So you do get to live that lifestyle of rich and famous, and you're right next to the strip, so you can do all that stuff. I mean, if I were like a retired person, of all the places I'd possibly get one of these babies, because you can just enjoy the strip every night, just walk to where you need to go, maybe take a short Uber or something. Okay, next one on the list is Regency Tower Condos. Let's take a look at them. Okay, so we got 7 available. Let's keep our fingers crossed here and see if they've done something from the veterans. 0. Okay, looks like somebody who could be me needs to go out and educate people. But you know, that's not my job, but you know what? I'm willing to educate like we're doing here today. So right now, the least expensive one is $359,000. Most expensive one being $1.5 million. That one is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. OMG, 1,856 square feet. That's huge. That's huge. So let's get it on back here and see what we get for this huge condo. Okay, so they consider this one strip adjacent. This one is, let me take a look at it. Yep, it's on the golf course, barbecue area, business center, clubhouse, community facilities, pool, spa, exercise room. It's guard gated because of the golf course. Pool cabanas, recreation room, security, and tennis courts. I'd love to play that song right now. It's actually one of my favorites, Tennis Courts by Lorde. Good thing that thing didn't go off there. Have another copyright strike. I don't know if I talked about the copyright strike I got for something that's not copyrightable, but you know, YouTube just went, okay, just let it expire. It's like they can't copyright a generatively AI song. And it's actually been like, since then, there's actually been a court case where the federal courts have said you cannot copyright a generative AI song. Man, I'm losing it today. Okay, so this one, oh my goodness. Okay, the taxes are great. $1,770 a year, but the association fees are going to kill you. There's 2 associations, one for $1,100 a month and a master plan for $76. I just had a shower thought. You know, we can't call it a master bathroom and master bedroom anymore. They're the owner's suite and the owner's bath. How can you call something a master plan fee? Comments below. Okay, so it's $1,176 a month to enjoy that. Let's take a look at these pictures and see what we get. I mean, it's nice. It's the least expensive place. There's several others of this style. It looks like it needs a few little updates. Not much. I mean, you can move into this place. So we got something there. Next, we are going to go see the final one, the rope-a-dope, the original Let 'em Eat Cake, Marie Antoinette. Not too many people talk about this one here. So let's get into Marie Antoinette. So Marie Antoinette has 6 available right now. And let's see if she is doing the right thing for our veterans. No, she is not. That's why she got her head cut off after getting captured while trying to escape France. She was actually an Austrian, not French. But all of those people were inbred. You know that? Yeah, inbred. Did you know the royal family of Britain are actually Germans? They changed their name in World War I so people would forget the fact that they were actually Germans. Ain't that something? That's too much history, isn't it? But we're talking about Marie Antoinette here, so let's go into Marie Antoinette, talk about it. Least expensive place is $350. The most expensive is $600. It's at 205 East Harmon. So let's go ahead and take a look. They call it strip adjacent, also not exactly on the strip, but look at these prices. I don't want to, after that Newport Lofts, I don't want to go down yet. Basketball courts, barbecue area, they all have it. A clubhouse, pool, spa, exercise room, guest parking, laundry facilities. That doesn't actually sound good to me. That means you got folks ain't got no washer and dryer. But, you know, hey, teach their own. There are some pet restrictions here. Pool, rental restrictions, outdoor spa, which I think was already covered. Storage and tennis courts. 1 bedroom, 2 bath. Okay, I don't want to. $590 a month. $590. Let's see what we get with this baby here. Yeah, that's a good view. Little galley kitchen. 0 step-in shower. Other than $590 a month, I like this place. Let's see where she's located at. Okay, it's off East Harmon, a little bit to the east of the Strip, about a block and a half, 2 blocks. About the only thing I'd say about this one is it's close to the flight path of Harry Reid. So that's about it. So those are the ones that are approved, even though everyone's not doing the right thing. I call it the right thing. There are actually some others. One in particular, the Allure, doing my research, discovered that there was a VA closing in there. When I checked the VA, VA does not approve of this place. As a matter of fact, it's been outright rejected. This place closed this year, and no, in 2022. 2021 is when they got outright rejected by the VA, but they closed in there. So I'll talk about that for just a brief second. Rules changed about 2 years ago where a condo complex does not have to be approved by the VA. They can do what's known as a spot approval, which is, I hate even bringing it up to clients because they then want to look at every daggum place out there and hope that they get a spot approval. You know, they try to go and get a spot approval or something. Doesn't always work. And then they get upset that they wasted 2 and 3 weeks of their time. That's why I don't recommend it anymore. So this one probably got a spot approval. Unfortunately, I contacted the listing agent and he was like, oh, I was the listing agent. I have no idea. It was VA. Can't get a hold of the time of this recording, the buyer's agent, so I can go like, hey, did you get a spot approval on that? Because I show it's not approved. And Allure is a very large one, and they have, as a matter of fact, hold on. I'm wondering, because I'm getting curious here for something. So don't go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I think Allure may have been approved at one time because I'm thinking of one that was approved the last time I did this. That's not approved now. That's on Sahara. So if this pops up Sahara, and it's Sahara. So Allure used to be approved, but they were rejected. So something happened and they lost their approval in 2021. But after the approval was lost, so they did close a VA loan. So yeah, I do remember this place because back when I did it, because it was right at the beginning of COVID, is when this guy was looking. So that's how long it's been. So yeah, I knew I was missing something, but I did extensive research. I'm finishing up here with you guys. Yeah, so that's what happened. They must have lost their approval. Yeah, these are the views. I know the views. I showed this place. Yep, that's it. We got it. Okay, so going into the whole process, most of it's the same. It's going to be a condo. A lot of them are going to be cash and conventional because of the rental restrictions. So you can only have a certain number of renters in a project. So a lot of these places will have some kind of lawsuit against them. That lawsuit can stop that for VA and FHA. Now this one, so this one here says no litigation, construction defects. So something tells me it's supposed to be yes for that. Let's check another one that's in there. Okay, wait a minute. No construction defects. So they're construction defects and they haven't filed a lawsuit yet? Okay, a lot of them for construction defects have lawsuits against them. And that's one of the things that'll stop it, along with any other condo, rental restrictions, things like that, as far as having too many renters in there. Also, there are issues with financing as far as like what the condo unit's books looks like and how much they have in reserve. So all those things go into the account, which means if they got one spot done within the last year, which was after they lost their VA certification, it tells me that maybe they fixed most of it and they haven't reapplied. So I would put the Allure on a little special tier, going like, okay, I really like it. It's close to the Strip enough. I can eat at the Golden Steer, stuff like that. And then go do a spot approval because it doesn't look like they reapplied. Well, as you've seen, this is actually a phone call with someone that was done today when they asked for this information. I went and researched it. And why should just one person have this? You all have it now. You know all of the VA approved condos on the Las Vegas Strip. If you ever need to reach out, again, my name is Eric. If you move in the next 90 days, even a year from now, all my information is below, and best thing to do is to get on my calendar. Hope you enjoyed this. Leave some comments below. If you have a question about this and I can make it into my rotation, you can get a custom video just like this. So see you guys later, and we'll keep the lights on for you.